in your favorite Broadway show.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm excited. Yeah.
So that's Christmas in the Sky this year. Everything at Christmas in the Sky is fantastically themed Broadway. From our 17 locally themed sections to our 100 costume characters, we have 10 entertainment stages, 12 different auction sections with over 900 auction items, 11 themed hot and cold buffets. This year we have 11 bars with some beautiful brands that we've never carried before, including Moet Hennessy and Moet Champagne, Johnny Walker, Tanqueray, Crown Royal. We're so excited about our amazing live auction. We have incredible trips to the bubbly region of Champagne, France. We have a producer's tickets to Hamilton and the band's visit to New York City. And we're so excited about KTAL's amazing donation to the taping of two of NBC's best, most loved shows, America's Got Talent and The Voice, and that's round trip tickets, airfare to Los Angeles, and tapings, luxurious hotel stay.
Wow.
It's all amazing. It's just going to defy imagination. And as you can see by these fantastic decorations, everything is just over the top. We are all so excited.
Absolutely. Well, we thank you so much, Heidi. We're so excited to take a look at everything. It is definitely over the top and so amazing. It's going to be taking place this Saturday right here at Harrah's, Louisiana Downs, and we have all of the information for you on our website. That's arklatex.homepage.com. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Oh, yeah. It looks beautiful there.
Yeah, this is going to be
Magical.
a fun morning for sure. Thanks, Crystal.
Right now, we're leaving you with a live look outside Louisiana DOTD traffic cams is I-20 and Traffic Street. Looking pretty good so far.
We'll be back with more after the break.
And now, your Weather Authority forecast first, brought to you by Todd Shore's McLarty Ford.
Well, good morning. While we were all sleeping, the clouds definitely increased as we move through the overnight hours. We are looking at mostly cloudy to overcast conditions through much of the day today. May see just a little bit of sunshine this morning. No rainfall yet, but we are expecting the rain to pick up, especially across the northern Arklatex as we go through the day today. Clouds have held most of us in the 40s, a few locations here in the 30s, including 36 in Manny, Shreveport, and Texarkana, both in the low 40s this morning. And a look at your forecast for today, we will see high temperatures, kind of a mixed bag. Some of us in the 40s today where that cold front moves in, and some of us will make it into the mid-50s today, but heavy rain still the threat for us tomorrow into Saturday morning. I will have the latest on that. That's a quick check of your Todd Shores McClarty Ford forecast. First, NBC 6 News Today begins right now.
Now, from your community, local news that matters. This is NBC 6 News Today.
Coming up, homeowners barely escape a fire in Shreveport that happened overnight.
Plus, these choir students are taking requests while spreading joy and making some money. Good morning. Thanks for keeping it local with NBC 6 News Today. I'm Karen Edwards.
And I'm Lauren Bizza. Just 24 hours after the nation paused to honor and remember George H.W. Bush, the 41st president will be laid to rest today. Planes
from Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base Fort Worth are planning the largest ever missing man formation flyover in his honor. Now, the flyover is scheduled to take place today over the George H.W. Bush Library and Museum. The lead plane in the formation has been inscribed on one side with President George H.W. Bush, 41, and on the other, Barbara, First Lady. The commander of Joint Reserve Base Fort Worth says the large tribute is fitting for the late President Bush.
President Bush was truly the definition of humble servant leader. There is no individual that I would submit that naval aviation respects more than President Bush, and this is really just a small token of our appreciation, frankly, the least we can do.
President George H.W. Bush is in repose in Houston. His remains will be moved by train to College Station, Texas, where he will be buried on the grounds of the George H.W. Bush Library and Museum. He'll be laid to rest near his wife, Barbara, and his daughter, Robin.
For continuing coverage of the life and legacy of former President George H.W. Bush, you can visit our website, arklatex.homepage.com, where we've dedicated an entire section of the website with stories, memories, and a complete schedule of events honoring the late president.
New this morning, Shreveport police searching for a missing senior. Shreveport police got a report yesterday that 71-year-old John K. Nelson had ventured away from his home. Nelson has a medical condition and may become easily confused or lost. Nelson might be possibly wearing a plaid shirt and carrying a blanket. If you have any information on where he is, contact authorities.
And continuing coverage, a man who attempted to run over a Shreveport police officer after a robbery at a local casino is convicted in Caddo District Court. Last year, Andre Bell robbed a woman of her cash at Samstown Casino. He and an accomplice fled the Samstown parking garage in a vehicle. Shreveport police officers attempted to stop them as they were leaving the garage, but Bell swerved towards the officers. The jury returned a unanimous guilty verdict on the charge of felony aggravated assault with a motor vehicle upon a peace officer. Bell faces up to 10 years in prison and a fine of up to $5,000.
Safety matters. Yesterday, 2 people escaped a house fire in Shreveport. One of the victims that escaped the fire was in a wheelchair. He and another woman stayed in the house for only a short period of time. The Shreveport Fire Department took out the fire in just 30 minutes. They both had barely made it out after the fire began in the back of their home. The fire department saying the home is not a total loss and they should be able to go back soon.
Another fire in Shreveport destroys a home in the Cedar Grove neighborhood. Fire crews arrived to the home yesterday morning. Animal control was called because one dog in the home had minor burns. Another looked malnourished. The homeowner was not there at the time, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
NBC 6 salutes the badge. This past weekend, a local salon donated time and profits to help an organization that helps police. Red One Salon teamed up with First Chance, a nonprofit that provides free trauma medical kits and offers training for officers on how to use them. First Chance was started by Jessica Walker. Her police officer husband was shot and seriously injured serving a warrant.
These kits are critical in situations where somebody may be bleeding to death.
NBC 6 has donated several $1,000s to First Chance each of the past 2 years. At our annual Salute the Badge banquet, the trauma kits have been used more than 40 times since 2015 to help save lives.
Money matters. Some local high school students are making money through music.
NBC 6's Jenna Jordan explains how their community is being surprised by song.
Only fools rush We go out in the community or in our school and we sing songs for people as a special message to them.
It's called a Sing-O-Gram, and Ashdown High School choir students are now taking requests to surprise someone in town with a special serenade. Their first public performance for Little River County Judge Mike Cranford.
These young people did an amazing job today, and I was quite caught off guard and surprised by it.
Bulletproof, nothing to lose.
Being in public service, the song about titanium, you know, sometimes we have to have thick skin, and it resonated well with me. I would encourage anyone to contact the Ashdown High School and pay this forward to someone else, because it's a great program.
The students are raising money for their choir program by doing something they all love to do: raise their voices in song.
All of us in here like to sing, so it's fun to be able to sing for other people and have other people hear what we can do.
Jenna Jordan, NBC6 News.
Now, right now, the students are only taking requests for performances within Ashdown city limits, but eventually they hope to take the show on the road.
You can send someone a Sing-O-Gram for $10. The request form is available at the high school. Well, coming up, meteorologist Josh Marcis has a full check of your forecast.
And a man leaves prison only to return right back in the same day for a new crime.
You're watching NBC6 News Today with Lauren Vizza and Karen Edwards. And Josh Marcis, your weather authority, certified the most accurate forecast in the Arklatex. And now, your weather authority, Josh Marcis, certified the most accurate forecast in the Arklatex.
Welcome back. Your time right now, 5:38 on your Thursday morning. We have a lot to talk about as far as the weather pattern here the next few days, and already feeling and probably seeing some of those changes this morning. A lot more cloud cover in place to start out the day, and that has actually held temperatures in quite a few locations in the low 40s. So still a cold start to our morning, but not quite as cold as what we've seen throughout the week here, as we've been accustomed to the 20s and low 30s this morning. Right now at 41 in Shreveport, 40 for Texarkana. Still have some clear skies down here, so you're down to 34 in Natchitoches, and 37 is your current temperature in Idabel. So McCurtain County starting off on the cool side today, but not in the mid-20s, which is where you started out yesterday. So the theme today, increasing clouds for us through the morning. We will see a chance of a few rain showers popping up this afternoon, especially across the northern Arklatex, and cool temperatures once again. Quite a few of us will be into the 50s, but there will be some locations today that do top out in the 40s, and we'll talk about that right now, as we do have a cold front making its way into the I-30 corridor. So New Boston, Clarksville at 48 today. Everybody else else across East Texas should be in at least the low to mid 50s. 52 for you in Jefferson, or 51 for Jefferson, 52 for Marshall, up to 56 in Center. That front moving in from the north, so we'll have a chance to warm up ahead of it across our Louisiana parishes. 54 Shreveport today, 56 in Natchitoches, 51 your afternoon high in Plain Dealing. And I think everybody across McCurtain County into southern Arkansas will top out in the upper 40s today. 48 for Louisville, 47 in Hope. Texarkana at 48 today, and 45 will be your afternoon high into Queens. So the chilly temperature is likely sticking around at least through the upcoming weekend here. May see a bit of a warm up early next week. Now let's talk about our rain chances. That will definitely be the story over the next 2 to 3 days. So far we're quiet this morning. Maybe the last time we see kind of a quiet sweep of the radar here until we go through the day on Sunday. What's happening for us, this is the area of high pressure that's scooting away, kind of opening the door for our next cold front to make its way in. You can see a lot of cloud cover developing out ahead of that front today as we've kind of tapped in to the Gulf moisture across the region here, and you can see a few rain showers popping up to the north of the Arklatex. That front should begin to make its way in later this morning through the afternoon. That's the reason your temperatures will top out in the 40s across the northern Arklatex. And again, the big upper level storm system that will be moving across the country fairly quickly here over the next 24 hours. That one's still over in the west coast, but it is going to make its way in, produce some heavy rainfall Friday into Saturday. Notice we're very well tapped into the Pacific jet stream as well, so not only getting the fuel or the moisture for some of these rain showers tomorrow from the Gulf of Mexico, but also from the Pacific Ocean. So some very efficient rainfall producing cells out here over the next few days. So look at your Robbins Toyota Texarkana Futurecast. Rainfall totals today will be light. You probably want to grab the umbrella just in case you do get a pop-up shower today. This is 4 o'clock this afternoon, and we do have some scattered rain showers going. Rain will begin to pick up overnight, and it will be heavy in some locations by tomorrow morning. This takes us to about sunrise here. Quite a bit of rain ongoing across the region, and for some locations tomorrow, it will probably rain throughout the day, with the heaviest rain on the way Friday night into Saturday morning. See pretty much a mess here tomorrow evening, and as we go into Saturday morning, that's when the heaviest rain is likely to fall, probably before sunrise on Saturday. As we go through the day, we'll begin to see that rain taper off here, and notice maybe a brief changeover to snow here north of Interstate 30 across Oklahoma, Arkansas, mainly those counties north of I-30. Very little as far as accumulation expected here, so I don't expect any major impacts, but the story will be definitely the heavy rainfall totals, a good 3 to 5 inches across much of the region, and we'll probably see some spots in the map here that pick up 5 to 6 inches of rain, so it's quite possible we'll see a flash flood watch issued at some point today. Again, not too concerned about widespread flash flooding, but a localized flood threat as far as streets, poor drainage areas may develop here late Friday into Saturday. Your weekend highs will top out in the 40s. Sunshine coming back next Monday, Tuesday to dry us out, and some additional rainfall on the way for the middle of next week. That's Check the Forecast. Karen and Lauren, over to you.
Josh, thank you. Well, turning now to national headlines. Students in Indiana are mourning the death of a 13-year-old student that was killed on Wednesday in a school bus crash involving a truck at a railroad crossing. Police say Owen Abbott was sitting at the back of the bus when a truck hit it from behind.
The students were on a field trip to see Elf the musical in Warsaw. The bus was carrying 38 students. Investigators say the bus stopped at the railroad crossing when the tractor trailer collided with it.
It didn't take long for a released inmate in Pennsylvania to return to the life of crime. Officials say Thomas Williams carjacked a 65-year-old woman in Greensburg right after he left prison following his guilty plea to dealing drugs. Authorities say he forced the woman out of the car, hitting her multiple times, not knowing her 1-year-old grandson was in the back seat.
He must have saw an opportunity, and he took advantage of the opportunity and jumped in the vehicle and fled.
Williams ended up crashing the car and was rearrested a little over an hour after his release. He's now back in the same prison, facing charges of kidnapping, robbery, and aggravated assault. The woman and her grandson are both okay.
People in Atlantic City were surprised by the amount of snow that fell during a winter storm. South Jersey, usually covered with sand from the beaches, got up to 5 inches of snow. Many caught off guard because they were only expecting half an inch. People quickly adjusted to the wintry weather surprise. And the wintry weather in Pittsburgh, the real reason some special birds put on a parade. The birds scuttling outside into the lightly falling snow at the Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium. Penguins on parade is an event held in the winter at the zoo as long as the temperature is under 45 degrees and the conditions are safe for the penguins. The parade is usually held every Saturday and Sunday and is included with general admission to the zoo.
That was cute.
That's very cute. Look at those little penguins walking around in their little tuxedos. Coming up next in your medical headlines, everybody, the health risks of being a night owl.
And how safe heroin injection sites could reduce fatalities.
You're watching NBC6 News Today.
Providing supervised access to heroin for people addicted to the drug could reduce the risk of fatal overdoses. That story tops today's medical headlines. A new report from the Rand Corporation claims safe heroin injection sites have been successful in other countries and should be tested in the U.S. These facilities provide a sterile environment to consume street drugs or medical-grade heroin under the eyes of trained staff. Researchers say these sites can lower the risk of overdose and reduce the spread of disease. A new study suggests people who live in leafy green neighborhoods might have a lower risk of developing heart disease and stroke. Researchers from the University of Louisville tracked the cardiovascular health of more than 500 people over a 5-year period. They found people who lived in areas with more trees and bushes had lower levels of stress hormones and blood vessel damage. Well, are you a morning person or a night owl? A new report shows your sleeping habits could put you at greater risk of suffering from certain diseases. Andy Rose has more in today's Health Minute.
Night owls beware. Staying up late could be more harmful to your health than previously thought. That's according to a new study in the journal Advances in Nutrition. The research found that people who stayed up late have an increased risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes compared to early risers. The study also found that less sleep often translated to poor eating habits. Researchers say people who prefer to stay up late were more likely to eat unhealthy, including fast food, alcohol, and sugar, and they were also more likely to skip breakfast. Scientists explain because night owls tend to eat later in the day, glucose levels spike just before bedtime. They say this goes against the body's normal processes and could impact metabolism. The report also reveals children were much more likely to be early risers, and surprisingly, as people age, the study found that people tend to go back to their early rising preferences of their youth. So, if you want to make healthier choices in the kitchen, making sure you get enough Z's in the bedroom can help. For today's Health Minute, I'm Andy Rose.
Coming up straight ahead, meteorologist Josh Marcis has a quick check of your forecast and more award news. The Golden Globe hosts have been announced.
See, that's a great one there.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5.
You're watching NBC6 News Today.
Your time now is 5:52. Time to talk about the forecast.
Last few hours of dry weather here. So if you're thinking about going out doing some fishing out on the lakes and rivers today, get out there and do it early. We do have some rain that will set up, especially across the northern Arklatex later today before the heavier rainfall sets in tomorrow. Look at your temperatures, 30s and 40s. So cool morning. Everybody above freezing, though. Look at radar, quiet for now, especially across southern Arkansas. But that's where we expect we will pick up a few rain showers later this morning into the afternoon as well. So Arkansas, northeast Texas lakes, expect a few showers today. It may actually wind up staying dry in Toledo Bend and Bistineau and some of the Shreveport area lakes today. May begin to see that rain pick up later tonight in those locations, but we do have a lot of cloud cover today, so mostly cloudy to overcast. May see just a little bit of sunshine this morning, and that's it. Winds out of the southeast about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Should stay that way for much of the morning into the afternoon. Again, not really a breezy day, but we'll have a sustained wind about 10 miles per hour later in the day today, and we are looking at afternoon highs topping out in the 40s and 50s, and that's probably where we'll stay tomorrow as well.
Okay.
I wonder if I brought my umbrella today.
I did not.
That probably means you didn't.
Light rain today. Tomorrow you will need the umbrella and probably more.
prepped.
It's
Rain
going to be,
boots.
dumping tomorrow.
All right, I'll be dressed appropriately then. All right, today in entertainment news, 2 big award shows have found their hosts.
Yeah, plus an iconic filmmaker is being honored, and a bunch of classic movies are returning to the big screen.
Yeah, David Daniel has all that in the Hollywood Minute.
Hosts everywhere. A pair of Golden Globe winners, actress Sandra Oh and actor Andy Samberg, have been tapped as this year's host of the Golden Globe Awards, January 6th in Beverly Hills. That announcement came hours after the news that Kevin Hart will host the 91st Academy Awards, taking place February 24th. Speaking of awards, Black Klansman director Spike Lee is assured of at least one honor this season, the Career Achievement Award from the Palm Springs International Film Festival. The veteran filmmaker is set to be honored at the festival's gala on January 3rd.
We must be over the rainbow.
Classic movie fans will be over the rainbow. More than a dozen famous films from various eras are returning to theaters in 2019 as part of the 4th annual TCM Big Screen Classics series. That includes The Wizard of Oz in January, To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peck in March, and True Grit with John Wayne in May. Oscar winners all. Tickets are available beginning Friday at fathomevents.com. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Okay, so Golden Globe nominations are going to actually be revealed this morning on the Today Show.
Right after our show, so that'll be fun.
I know. Love the pairing of the two of them. Who doesn't love Andy Samberg? Who?
I love Andy Samberg so much.
And Sandra Oh is a funny person. Like, she's got a nice, dry, kind of sarcastic wit about her, and I think the two of them are going to be excellent.
I think this will be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Also, I used to watch The Wizard of Oz every day. I would wake my parents up early.
Oh my
Me and my brothers would watch Wizard of Oz every day. Yes.
Did you know all the songs by heart, and should you sing them to us later?
Maybe later.
Should we perform?
That may have
We have a
lasted well
performance?
into my teens. So
A morning
great movie.
performance coming for you. That's what it is. All right, everybody, well, get excited. Christmas in the Sky returning this weekend.
NBC6's Crystal Whitman giving us a behind-the-scenes look at Harrah's Louisiana Downs. Crystal, good morning.
Hey, Karen, good morning. We are so excited this morning. We have Ryan Gillespie here, all talking about food, beverages, everything. Ryan, good morning, and give us some tips when we come here on Saturday.
Well, first of all, come with an appetite. You want to make sure you pace yourself. Do not eat before the event. We have so many wonderful items and fantastic chefs involved in this event this year. We're so excited.
I'm already hungry. Let's talk about some of the people that's going to be helping you, because it literally takes an army to do all of this stuff.
It absolutely does. And we've got John Strand, Jacob Mauser, Darielle Stevens, Jason West, Julie DuPont, Key Mexico. We're really excited to have them involved again. A number of them have competed and won the Golden Fork in Shreveport. So, yeah, we've got a really good group of chefs this year, so we're really excited.
Awesome. Now, you are also an artist of food, ice sculpting. Talk about that for me.
So we've got, for this event, about 4.5 tons of ice. So, yeah, we've got a lot of really exciting things, and we're very excited for people to get to see everything.
Awesome. And so my last thing, talk about, what's your favorite part of this event? It happens every 2 years. Yep. I'm excited. What's your favorite part?
This is actually my 7th event. So, to be involved in it that long is really fun. Just watching everything come together, months of planning. So, yeah, it's an awesome event.
Awesome. Well, I'm so excited about it. It's going to be this coming Saturday right here at the Harrah's Louisiana Downs. Lots of food, drinks, beverages, Moet. Hey, it'll be here.
Johnny Walker, oh yeah, Crown Royal. We've got a lot of different alcohol brands, so we're very excited and thankful for the sponsors.
That is awesome. And the good part, there may be some tickets still available. We're going to have that information for you on our website after the show. That's architectshomepage.com. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.